Hello students, today we will read about a poem named How to Tell Wild Animals, written by Caroline Wells, an American writer. Was born on 18 June 1862 in the United States of America and died on 26 March 1942. So the poet was famous for books based on mystery and humor. So this is a humorous poem. So in this poem, the poet wants to give some hints to identify the wild animals. So see the caption of the poem, how to tell. Tell means here identify, how to identify wild animals. So let's start with the first stanza. If ever you should go by chance to jungles in the east, and if there should to you advance a large and tawny beast, if he roars at you as you are dying, you will know it is the Asian lion. So if ever you should go by chance, if you get a chance, and by chance if you get to the jungle of east, and if there should you advance, and one animal comes forward to you, and how the animal looks like, then it's a large and tawny beast. Tawny means yellowish brown, and he roars at you as you are dying. This means the roar of that animal is as such so dangerous that by listening the roaring sound of the animal, so the victim can die on the spot. So if he roars at you as you are dying, you will know it is the Asian lion, and you will come to identify that what kind of animal is that. That is the Asian lion. So in the first stanza, the poet has described how to identify an Asian lion. So in the second stanza, let's see about which animal the poet has described. Or if sometime when roaming round, a noble wild beast greets you with black stripes on your yellow ground, just notice if he eats you. This simple rule may help you learn the Bengal tiger to discern. So if sometime you, when roaming around, a noble wild beast, noble means a very impressive, elegant in size, and it greets you, it welcomes you, and how it looks like, it has black stripes on a yellow ground. It's the background the color, and it has yellow, the background is yellow in color, and it has some black stripes. Just notice if he eats you, and suddenly in no time it will eat its victim. This simple rule may help you learn that it is the Bengal tiger. So in the second stanza, the poet has described about the Bengal tiger. Let's see that in the third stanza. If strolling forth a beast you view, whose hide with spots is peppered, as soon as he has leapt on you, you will know it is the leopard. It will do no good to roar with pain, he will only leap and leap again. So in the third stanza, if strolling means wandering, fourth means forward, a beast you view. So when you see you see an animal is coming forward, wandering forward to you, whose hide means your skin. The skin is covered, peppered means here covered, whose skin is covered with some spots. As soon as he has leapt on you, leapt means jumped on you. So he has jumped on you, you will know that it is a leopard. So the characteristic, the features of a leopard is the features of a leopard are that the skin is covered with black spots, and suddenly by seeing its victim, by seeing its prey, it suddenly jumps on its victim, and it will do no good to roar with pain. This sentence is very important. If the victim cries with pain also, that the leopard will not leave its victim. So it will do no good to roar with pain. So it doesn't care that whether its victim is crying with pain, and he will only leap and leap again. It will only jump and it will only jump on its victim, on its prey. let's see what about which animal the poet has described in the next stanza. If when you are walking round your yard, you meet a creature there who hawks you very very hard, be sure it is a bear. If you have any doubts, I guess he will give you just one more caress. So if you are walking in the yard, in the backyard or in the garden, you meet a creature there and who hugs you. Where that creature comes and gives a tight hug. It hugs you very very hard. It hugs you, and be sure it is a bear. And that animal is it's a bear. The bear, when it sees its victim, it comes near you and it greets you and it hugs you. If you have any doubts, I guess he will give you just one more care. Caress means gentle, loving touch. That is the hug. The hug is described here. By seeing its victim, it suddenly by seeing its prey, it suddenly comes to the prey and it starts hugging its. It gives a gentle, loving touch, hug to its prey. So in the next stanza, the poet wants to ask a question that whether the readers know that how to recognize the animals, the beasts that hunt their prey for food. So though to distinguish beast of prey, a novice might nonplus. So if someone is a new person or doesn't know how to identify these wild animals, so here in this stanza the poet has described about two animals, very very cunning and in a humorous way. The crocodile you always may tell from the hyena thus, hyenas come with merry smiles. So hyenas they attract their prey by giving merry smiles. The smile is so attractive that the victim will come forward towards the hyena. But if they weep, they are crocodiles. If they weep means if the animal the animal that cries, it's a crocodile. So there is a distinction between hyenas and crocodile. Hyenas, they attract their prey by giving a merry smile, whereas crocodile cries to attract its prey. The last stanza, that the true chameleon is small, a lizard sort of thing. He has not any ears at all and not a single wing. If there is nothing on the tree, it is the chameleon you see. So obviously the poet has described about the chameleon in the last stanza of this poem. The true chameleon is small. It is a small kind of and it just looks like a lizard, but there is a difference between the lizard and the chameleon. He has not any ears. Who has not? The chameleon has not any ears at all and not a single wing also. So chameleon has no ears and no wings. If there is nothing on the tree, it is a chameleon you see. What does this sentence mean? So that chameleon changes its color according to the environment. Just like if there is nothing on the tree means the chameleon changes its color like according to the leaves of the tree or the branches of the tree, greenish and brownish. So if there is nothing on the tree means you should not think that there is nothing on the tree, there is a chameleon, because it changes its color like green color like the leaves and brown color like the branches of the tree. So one should be very careful while identifying in these animals. So this is a very humorous and at the same time very funny poem where the poet has described many identification marks to identify the wild animals, and also how to be very careful and to identify these animals, and to be also very careful in order to identify these wild animals. So hope children you all enjoyed this humorous funny poem. Thank you all.